All right, everybody, how y'all doing out there today? Welcome one, welcome all. First, I would like to say a big thank you to our Rocket, Monsignor Rocket today. We actually were live streaming the Rocket show today at one of our. Oh, I'm still connected. Let me hang up over here. We have a live scalping session that we have. And here it is. They're still on there. They're still on there right now. Rocket looks like he signed off, but here was the session. So the session was, man, Rocket, look, he was even updating as far as 9 p.m. tonight. So Rocket really puts the time in for these live sessions. Did a great job today. So you guys, I had that running for hours and hours and hours and hours. And it was really good. And yeah, yes, exposed. Exposed, I tell you what, guys, listen, if you are married, the first thing you should do, before you even pop the question, is just convince your wife that sex is like NASCAR and the first one done wins, okay? So tell her, first one done wins, especially on important days like football, soccer, any kind of big sporting event day. You just let her know those days are really important and the race is that much more important on that day. So let's take a look. Oh, damn, Lisa's in the house. See, Lisa understands it. Lisa gets it. Hey, Lisa, how you doing out there today? I am going to try to whiz out the quickest show that I possibly can today, all right? So listen, let's take a look at where we are. We do have the Rocket Scalper. I am going to leave the Rocket Scalper up and running right here for everybody. This is on the 30-minute, is very accurate on the 30-minute. This long was called way over here. This is where the long was called. You see where the first take profit was, right? Now, I have to say, this is where the second long was called here, right? Now, I have to say, my biggest issue that I have is this monster wick that we have down here, this super ugly wick, this big fallout right here. This big ugly wick is an issue, right? I mean, it came down. My challenge is it did not hit a very substantial, and I put it in there, a pivot. I wanted to hit a substantial, right? I wanted to have a substantial pivot point up here in order for us to bounce off of this and then get my what I still think is a possible C wave. Okay, I still wanted that, and I put a couple charts today. I do want to bring those charts over. And one of those charts I had, where is it at? Where are you, Charty? Hello, Charty. It's this one right here, okay? So a couple of the charts I have that I put up today that I have some issues with is, listen, the 2-day chart, the daily chart, I have some issues, and I'm not really happy about where the price action is at per se, right? I'm not happy. And let me find this in the chart. Where's it at? Come here, chart. Oh, there it is. All right, this is it. This is the chart I was talking about. So this chart right here, you can see the bearish volume profile, right? As we have the bearishly descending volume here, right? And this plays out. Now I'm on the 3-day here. This is the 3-day chart. So you're on the 3-day. And what I did is I went back and I tried to count out the last ABCs. And remember, inside of ABCs, you can, yes, get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. That was one of the comments we had on there today on my my little blurb I put out on Twitter. But I have to tell you, every time the beast has called a long, look, long, 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 and long, okay? Only twice, actually once here and then once here has it called the shorts, right? And I got to tell you, this is just, it's a free money chart. This is a free money indicator. Literally, this is The right way to truly trade would be swing trading like this and not really day trading. This would be the most stress-free trading. And I have to say, this is the most stress-free indicator that I would use out there. And this is because of this indicator, I was able to get into this at 31,200 with a one-to-one buy. And I am still parked into that. And I've talked about this. I've liquidated part off at 3,400. I liquidated more off at 3,700. And then I am just still sitting in this. I need to be taken out of this, and you literally have to come all the way down here and take me out of this trade for this to get. And you got to break really the 200 MA on the weekly, right, which is parked at 3260-ish. So if that breaks, I will get stomped out of my final remaining balance of my one-to-one trade. With that being said, I still I go back here and I say ABC, ABC, ABC. And the first thing I do is I look at this and I want to see how well this played out in also a time frame, right? So look at that was 9 bars, right? This one, we're going to call that the bottom to the top, 12, right? And we'll call that the bottom to the top. We'll call that the drop right there, 12. Okay, we'll call this the bottom. And now, I mean, I don't, is this the bottom right there? Was that the top? This is very significant because look, we ran out 9 bars here, right? Do you want to maybe play the 9? Okay, or play the very bottom. Here we played the 9. Here we can play the 9. Right here, we're going to play this, almost this double bottom right here. And here we can either play the 9 or we can play right here. So if we did go into here, your 12 bars would play way out there. So, it just depends on where this starts. But if this is your bottom, you technically, we could have started the nosedive at 8 bars up here at 4K. Okay? I look at this pattern, and the only thing I can see in here, I cannot see a freaking ABC. I just can't do it, peeps. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Now, what I can see in here is I see we just did post up a lower low. Yes, this is bearish. This is not bullish in any way, right? But also at the same time, I see that, you can do something like this where you A, and this is a B, and you come up here for a C. Now, you wouldn't want to really break this, right? Because the second you break this, you're going to be starting to look for something like this, a channel, right? You're going to channel this like that, right? You're going to get some kind of a channel like that. And I was looking for something like this channel. I was just looking for it a little bit lower here, right, with an A, a B, and a C wave here. Like this would have been my perfect, like down just a little bit lower, and then a C wave right up here. Maybe kiss this 50 that's folding over. See, there's the 50, and, you give it time. This is a 3-day chart, and, maybe you come up here and you're going to try to challenge that 50 up there. Now, the worst thing to do is you're going to come up here and challenge the 30 MA on this, right? So you'll come up here and you're going to challenge the 30 MA. But like this, very, very tough. Very tough. Yeah, so listen, Lisa, I'm with you. I would like to see, I would like to see that still. We have not bounced off anything substantial. And this is kind of what I would like to see. I would like to see this ABC. Now, for me, this would be super bullish, right? This, I could also see playing out here. Something like this, right? A, B, and then a lower C get put in here. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to do something just like this. Oh. Like that right there. Put in that C up there. This little teaser. The only thing I don't like is I just don't like that we have a gap up here at 43.91. Right? This gap at 43.91, right? Gap at 43.91. I don't like this gap up here. This is the, honestly, people, this is the only bullish, well, this is another bullish thing that I think we have. This is just one more bullish thing besides the fact that we didn't make this ABC. But what I do see is I also see a failed double top here. And what this looks like is a failed impulse wave up, right? This looks like a failed impulse wave. Tried to hit the double top and then failed, right? And then here, same thing, up, failed, impulse wave. This should have been a 1, a 2, looking for a 3. This should have been a 3 wave, and it failed, okay? So this should have been an impulsive 3 wave after this massive, you know, just crushing defeat, right, by the bears. And this would have, you would have looked for this to retrace. You know, you would have looked for a nominal retracement on that of at least the 382, of which we haven't. Okay, you haven't hit the 382, but you go up here, and you know you're not minding the gap, but like if this thing really chugged out sideways, you know, there's your 5.0. Now, do I think it's going to hit the 5.0? I really. Not with this volume profile. This volume profile, I know likey, right? I don't like this volume profile that's playing out right here. This is a very macro bearish volume profile. What would has to happen is we would have to have sweeping bullish volume here, right? And I just don't think that that's what's going to happen. I can't see sweeping volume right here. The only way I see sweeping volume is with like ETFs getting approved or something like that. And I think all the FUD, right? I think all the FUD is kind of gone right now with, we had back here, remember when the ETFs got announced and oh my God, people were buying up with the ETFs to get, you know, to get approved. And then it failed, and then it got postponed, and then another one, and then there was like 500 ETFs all lined up. It was crazy. Remember, we had like 80 ETF dates. Oh, like there was like 80 of them, right? It was like 80 ETF dates out there, and all of them just got denied or postponed into oblivion. And pretty much now all of them are just sitting. They're all shelved except for I believe 2 of them. There's really only 2 ETFs that are parked out there, and I have 10% hope that those ETFs will get approved. I don't see those getting approved, and I think the market also doesn't see those getting approved, right? I think there's very little hope of those getting approved with or without, and I think it would be a solid. I'm just going to go with a hard no on them getting approved. If this was a, I'm going to go with a hard no. Even if the government was open, I think we would just get a hard no, right? That's what we would get. B, E, right? And nope, sorry. On the bottom, you got to start here. A, B, C, D, E. So this would be kind of my A, B, C, D, E play, right? And I'd have to bring this up a little higher. So this would come up to the 30 there. There would be my A, B, C, D, E play. Now this would be a very tight internal A, B, C, D, E. You're harder to make this A, B, C, D, E sloping. So what you'd have is you have an A, B, C, D, E, and then up, right? If this was a descending wedge right here, some kind of a descending channel, which I can't see this. This is some kind of a big expanding megaphone pattern, right? So this is like a megaphone pattern. I can't see this. I don't like this megaphone pattern here. What I do see though is I see this kind of right here. Now you're gonna not like this, okay? You're gonna not like this at all, but you could count this as an A, B, C, right? And that would be your ABC up right there. And then this would be your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? This would be your more bearish count right there. So there would be a bear count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what you've done is you just put in your, basically you're throwing in your 1, 2 right now. So you're doing you're in your wave 3. You're in your wave 3 looking for your wave 3. Now, what I don't like about this is wave 3 should have increased bearish volume in it, right? Not descending volume platforms like this. I don't like that because of the volume right here. So what I do like this better as, I like this better as an A, B, C, D, E with a big failure right here, okay? Because wave 3s are supposed to have the meat, the gusto, the oomph, right? They're supposed to have the run. That's where it takes place, right? During the wave 3s, that's where you're supposed to see the gimme, right? Whether it's bearish or bullish, you're supposed to see all the volume pour into those wave 3s. I think this is one of the reasons a lot of us who were watching this inverted hammer right here, right? A lot of people were, this inverted head and shoulders right here. A lot of people were playing this, right? And that's that, right? A lot of people were playing this pattern right here, this inverted head and shoulders pattern. And I was like, yeah, this is not what volume looks like on an inverted head and shoulders, because this is technically a wave 3 what this does. I mean, this thing just goes, right? It goes like this. It just boom, and it rockets off. And, you know, your target is pretty much here, right? And if not, it would have been here. It would have been 5,200, 5,000. This is where this would have been. But this volume right here, this is not how this volume profile works. Like this should have been just a very, very bullish volume profile that built up. And instead, it just died. So that pretty much, I mean, not I said the blind man was playing that, right? Not I. So I still think we're inside of this A, B, C, D, E here. Now, the other alternative is you're in some kind of a funky ABC pattern here. It's a failed ABC, right? You could be in some failed ABC, right? A, B, C, but then you went into another ABC. So then we're going into another ABC here, and this was a failed double top, right? That's you know, which is what happened right here, right? That's exactly what happened right here. Now this top did break. This top failed, so you got that second failure. So, you know, how would you have counted this? How would you have counted this as a 5-wave C, right? 1, 2, right? 3, 4, 5, and then that was it, right? You could make the argument for that, right? Same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pulled that out. This C wave, lot harder right here. A lot harder to count out this final C wave right here. And I think we're doing something more akin to this. I think the area that we're in right now, I think we're duplicating this right here. The only issue we have is that one of the reasons we aren't just completely falling out of the freaking sky is we're just not falling out of the sky because we don't have liquidity. We don't have the retail market. The retail market is pretty much gone. I mean, just look at how many people now are tuning in to watch YouTube shows, and the how active our Twitters are. I gotta say, our Twitters are just pathetic on the interaction that we have here, right? So I mean, I just see these two boxes. I see these two areas as very similar in structure, right? I just see them with less, there's just less oomph here. There's just less oomph. Like you had a beautiful run up. This is very similar in the pattern. Okay, you had the double top failure, right? And then you basically had the volume start to bleed out, right? Your volume started to bleed out on that second double top. Here's that second double top, and the volume just died. So if you look right here, let me draw this for you. Make this nice and easy. So right here, see the volume tanking? So this is that volume tanking right there. And then you had the same thing. There's the volume tanking, and there's your price action tanking. So here you had these two very similar patterns play out on this drastically declining volume pattern right here. This just massive. I mean, look at, now you had a lot more volume over here because we talked about it, a lot more liquidity, but you just had less liquidity with this little cute baby pump up. It was so cute, and it just died, right? Just completely died out. And then you went into the second fall, right? And there's the second fall right there, right? Which is there, which is there, which is there. But once again, the only difference being that there's just nothing to it. There's no gas in the tank, right? Look at lots of jet fuel. Right? Lots of jet fuel here, right? Right? No gas in the tank. Right? There's just no gas in the tank. There's nothing. No one's got any money. There's no retail. No one's buying. No one's selling. It's just kind of a stalemate. Right? That's all I see. We're in some kind of a crypto stalemate. The big guys don't want to sell their bags, right? They just want to let their bots run out, and that's pretty much what we're doing. We're just into a pretty substantial bot trading range here. Okay. So with that being said, I still would like to see a pivot on a legitimate pivot point down lower here, okay? My challenge is this just the beginning to something deeper, right? Something deeper here to where we are going to put in a lower low, or at least get down to a very close lower low here of bouncing off that 200 MA one more time. Okay, just bouncing off the 200 MA one more time. Listen, we are bearish. We're below the 7 MA. We're below the 30 MA. We're below the 50 MA. We're below everything here. Okay, so none of that is good. You just don't want to be below any of those. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to bring that up. As your 100. And look, everything is sky high up there, right? There's all your there's nothing, okay? Now we're going to jump over, and I want to jump this over real quick. I want to take this out to the monthly. Okay, so I'm going to pull the same chart. I'm just going to run this out to the monthly. Yeah, it's going to get a little screwed up chart action. Okay, so if you run this out to the monthly, listen, we have 9 days technically left in this month. We have very, look at this low, still low volume, right, by the bears. You had this increasing volume here, and then the volume just kind of died off, right? Now, not this coming month, right? In 9 days, your 7 MA and your 7 MA and your 30 MA are going to make a cross, right? They are going to make a cross here, right? 7 and 30 bear cross, right? Now, the issue is that these are just going to be touching. They are not actually going to cross. So that allows plenty of time for this price action to move back up into this cross, because it does not have the bearish pressure pushing down on it from these moving averages, okay? And you have the 50 as support below. And let me tell you what, this 50 will be a really, really, really strong support here. Okay, this 50 is a strong support. Once again, I'm going to go over historically that when this cross happens, you do get a substantial rejection, right? You get a pretty substantial rejection on this cross. And I'll pop this here. So you get a 30% rejection last time on this cross when the cross happened, 30%. So if that were to hold true here, right, and we were to get a 30% rejection from that, now it's not going to happen here because this does not look like it is going to cross. In order for this to cross, we're going to have to fall all the way down here and practically create a new lower low. We're going to have to get down here at least to 3,200 and change. I'd say we're going to have to run all the way down to 3,200 and change. And then if you got a 30% beat down from there, it would be pretty horrific, right? Lisa's saying, Lisa says, put a line across the price action and see the gap, and you'll get an indication of target. Put a line across the price action to see the gap, and you'll get an indication of the target. Oh, Lisa's continuing a conversation. Got it. Yeah, Chris says a WXY. I agree with Chris that we are probably in some kind of WXY. Yeah, yes, I think we're doing something like that right now. Right now, the last candle we put in, very bearish. This is a bearish candle. This is not a bullish candle. As you see, we are playing this out still to the bearish side. This month is going to end very soon. Now, let me listen. If this ends with a spinning top with no volume to it, and this ends as a green candle, I'm definitely going to be looking for upside. Okay, we have 9 days. 9 days for this to clear out here, right? Or if we put in some kind of a solid doji candle, just a straight doji, right? If we put in some kind of a doji candle, I'm going to have to then, though, look at this as creating a bear flag, right? This would be creating a bearish pennant. That's the other super scary thing we have to look at, is the possibility that this creates a bearish pennant, just something like this right here, right? Like this is a really large bearish pennant as this comes down. Look, this is a bearish pennant here. Let's go, we'll pull this on a different chart. All right, I'll pull this one, pull this monthly. All right. Okay, we're going to get rid of this, rid of this. All right. Okay, all right, this is all from the last video. Boy, I got a bunch of... Oh, shit. Back. There we go. Come on. Ah! Almost. All right. There you go. Get off there. Okay. So, let's look. We're going to take this off. We're going to take this off. And what we're going to look at here on this monthly chart is how, when we fell here, so when this fell this created a bearish flag, right? So the fall from here to here, right? This was your flagpole, right? And you created this bearish wedge, right? And that bearish wedge just completely you basically went into a big bear wedge. Then the bear wedge played out and it fell. So then you fell down. You came back up, and all you did was you just created another bearish wedge. We just kept creating these bearish wedges as this continued to stair step down. And this is the next issue. Is this creating a bearish wedge right here? So here you go. You came down. Oh my God, it's amazing. We're going to go to 30,000, right? Everybody thought that this was a wave 2, right, of a larger wave 3. So everybody thought that this was a massive, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 100,000. Everybody and their mother thought that, right? And in actuality, what this was just a stair step down to a bearish pennant, right? A stair step down to a bearish pennant, stair step down to a bearish pennant, stair step down. Are we creating another bearish pennant, right? Right? Is this just another bearish pennant right here that's being created? Okay? And you see the descending volume pattern right here. You see this. Now, this surge of bearish volume is not what you want to see on a recovery, right? This, not recovery volume. Right? This is not recovery volume right here. Okay? This is not. This is recovery volume. Right? That's recovery volume right there. Okay? That is definitely recovery volume, right? Boom. Bang. And ugly again. Okay? So this is 2015. This is where we took off. This is beautiful. Sexy recovery volume 101. Right? I mean, that's what that is right there. That's sexy recovery volume 101 right there, people, right? Right? This is not recovery volume in any terms, in any way. It is just absolutely not recovery volume. This is not what you want to see. This, to me, is just starting another cycle, right? This is just starting another cycle over again of bearish volume, right? This is starting because, look, there's up, right? There's down. We talked about this. This was in the video yesterday. Right? This is all, look, it's a cycle. These things go in cycles. Right? And honestly, this has not even played out. And this is the very first bullish cycle that you've had, right? So here's it's the first bear cycle, right? On the volume. This is on the monthly. First. So there's your first bear cycle right there, right? Actually, sorry. Oops. This would be, yes, first bear cycle. Okay. And then this would be your second. There's your second bear cycle right here. There's your first one. There's your second one. These are both bearish cycles right here, right? You have two bearish cycles to get to the bottom. Okay? And this is October. And then this is where Baby Bull Jesus was found. So we can mark where Baby Bull Jesus is. So Baby Bull Jesus, January 15th. No, there. This is Baby Bull Jesus right here. Right? This is Baby Bull Jesus. BBJ. Okay, and then take a look at the volume. Then you've got this cascading volume. So you've got a final, so you go down, and then you go up. And there's your final capitulation wick, right? And listen, this is what we could, we have not had a capitulation volume trend. This is our very first up. This is our very, 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 very first up here, right? In this whole bear market, this is our very first increasing bearish month-over-month volume target right here. This is the very first time we've had this, right? Right here. This is it. This is a very first one. And I'm looking for this second one. I'm still looking for this second bearish capitulation candle that will give us our recovery, right? And then we'll go down, and then we'll go up. Right? So this is what we're looking for to play out here, because we have not had capitulation. Right? We have not had capitulation here. Now, the other thing you need to be aware of is on this bearish pennant here, right? If this is a bearish pennant that's playing out here, what is your lower target? What would that look like here, right? Your higher target, right, would be there's your 30 MA, right? Right? Bull side 30 MA, right? There's your bull side 30 MA right there. Okay, but not only do you have this bull side 30 MA on the top here, you've also got an intersecting trend line on linear. Right? You've got an intersecting trend line on linear. So both of these are going to be acting as resistance for any topside run here. Okay? But the issue is we have a lack of buying pressure. We just have a real lack of buying pressure right now. So anything that's pumped up, it's immediately rejected back down because we cannot organically pump right now, right? What we have is we have an inability. Yeah, let's go here. We're just going to say crypto in general has a lack of organic bullish volume. Right? Bullish. Right? Bullish volume. Okay. Any pumps are quickly any pumps are without true volume and quickly dumped back into the bears due to the lack of new liquidity. Okay? So this is our biggest issue in crypto right now. Our biggest issue is, and what does this mean? What does this mean? Right? There is no new money. Right? No new money. We need donkeys, right? We need donkeys. There's no new money coming into crypto, right? This is the issue. There's just no new money coming into crypto. We're recycling the same old, same old. And yes, dude, that's a great point. Track is making a great point, right? So the whales have gotten very, very smart. And now they are playing the alt game. Right? They're playing the alt game. And that's exactly what they do. First they played ETH. They played ETH from the bottom. Right? ETH was a beautiful play. Massive pump. Guys, go back. Look at the liquidity. Oh my God. Look at the liquidity. It was crazy. Right? The liquidity, the volume. The volume on ETH. Wow. Look at the volume on ETH. It was just insane. Right? The volume on ETH was just insane. And this is one of the issues. And the whales have gotten smart. They know they don't have the money to pump up. They know they don't have the money to pump Bitcoin, right? Because no one fucking believes it, right? They just don't believe it, right? So what they're doing is they're actually they're playing the alt game, and it's genius, right? It's freaking genius. They're just killing it. And this is the game they're playing, and they're dumping all their money now into playing the alt game. And the alt game for them, while BTC remains stable, is still, and dude, even with it, even with BTC dropping, you still got like Link. Link is gorgeous, right? You've got these great, and hold on a second, let me save this. Right? Sorry, it's for members. You guys can always watch it later. And this is like, you come over here and you look at Link, and this is just gorgeous. God, this is just sexy, right? This is sexy. This is so nice, right? I mean, golly, this is This is beautiful. Now, this is bearish. This is bearish right here, right? Because this sure looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a double top forming, with the fallout, what I think is, I mean, honestly, this thing looks like it just made another freaking cup, and it's going to go boom, and it's going to go like that. I mean, this thing looks like it's just making a damn freaking cup and handle right here, right? I mean, look at Link go. God, I'm going to have to just make like a Link, right? Link. Looking like a massive cup and handle, right? But this is what this is looking like. This just looks like this is going to make a big, massive cup and handle right here, okay? And then you've got a real cup and handle over here. Like, look at this thing. This thing is beaut. This is, wow. I mean, I got to give it to it. Like, Link, go, you sexy beast, you. Right? Gorgeous, gorgeous, right? Let's go ahead and let's take a look, right? Oh, look, we're traced to the 5-0, okay? So that pulled back to the 5-0 there, right? So, okay, so if this is our top, there would be our 5-0. So we're going to move this, right? We'll scoot this up just a little bit right there, right? There'd be your 5-0, nice little swoopy, swoopy, right? That'd be gorgeous, really nice. Right? Move that up just a little bit. Here we go. All right, I'm going to delete the top one. Okay, and then we're going to come over here. I'm going to pull this one up. And we're going to note this. All right, retraced to the 0.50. Right, all right, that's beaut. Look, Raven, staying strong. I have a bag of Raven. I like it. I've been holding it. Listen, I like the Raven project. I like the Raven project, and Raven is doing just really, really good right now. I'm actually going to slide this up this support zone. Oop, 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 oop. Right, and I think we broke out of the pennant. I'm going to put this right here, as this is now our new strong support area right here. Like, that's it. This is our brand new strong support area where we have wicked down multiple times and held. Okay, we held that baby, and now we're in this, you know, we're in this quasi triangle wedge breaking down here, but like this looks good. This is a great breakout here. Now, as long as this can hold and not get a big retrace, I'm going to be happy. What we're going to do is we're going to go over here and kind of topside this. Like, this is where you're going to, so we're going to get rid of that. Right, we're going to call this the resistance. Right, this is the low resistance right here. Okay, we're going to make this blue because I like to make my resistance areas blue. Right, we're going to circle that blue. So we're just going to call this la resistance. Right, get up into this. It likes to get its butt smacked right on the bottom. Okay, so let's go over here. We're going to throw some, get rid of that. Gonna find our bottom here. Come on, where are you at? Yeah, see, look, this 382 right here just likes to just put the smack down, right? 382, 382, not quite to the 382. You know, 236. So you look at all this reject. Look, there's the 236, 236, 236, 236. Wicked up, broke over the 236, hit the 236, got rejected, broke up over finally, and is finally parked on top of the 236. So that's actually a really good sign right there. So this is actually a really good sign. And now that it's on, it's just got to hold the top of this 236, and I think we can definitely get up into the resistance zone. But it looks like we're out of the, we're on top for the first time. Look, haven't been able to close over the 236. First time able to close over the 236. I think that is very significant. And we're going to call this out. All right. Closed over the 0.236. Right, I think that's bullish. That looks very bullish to close over the 236. Just needs to hold the 0.236. Okay, Tron. No, I think Tron's going to dip here. I think Tron's going to come back down. Tron just likes to play with this. It's like just flirting with this trend line here, right? Just that's all it's doing. It just loves to play with this trend line. Come on. Right? I mean, it's just loving this stupid trend line right here. Let's shorten this baby up a little. Right, if anything, it needs to break this. So for Tron to get bearish on me, needs to break this. But this does look bearish. And okay, so I'm just going to say, looking for a retest of the wedge. Needs to break the wedge, a bearish trade. Right? There we go. So for me, I mean, you could scalp this, right? You could definitely scalp this, but you need to break that wedge for this to be a bearish trade, right? That's on Bitcoin, and I see the same shit over here. It's just the same shit. And TRX. All right, SV, just hanging on by its little skinny skins. I just see SV just hanging on right here. Same thing. Yeah, I see SV just barely hanging on. Like SV just hanging on. Right? A lot of God, this is just insane sideways. This is 12-hour chart. This is a 12-hour chart. Look at how insane this is. I mean, wow. That's a 12-hour chart. Look at the crazy sideways movement right here. Crazy sideways movement. That's crazy. Right, and oop, sorry, this goes down lower. Nice triangle though. Nice triangle. Lisa, you're not going to like this. If that's a triangle and it loses that, it loses it for the distance of the top of the triangle. So it loses it for that total amount. If this is a triangle, oh, you fucking bastard. There it is. Oh, oh, cool. Lisa. Lisa has chart. All right. Okay. Yes, Ray, I will. Oh, Jesus, Lord. So, Lisa, I think the challenge here is just the volume. Like, there's just no one is buying. I mean, look at these volume configurations, right? Volume plummeting, volume plummeting, volume plummeting. It just keeps dying out. Yeah, that's my issue. My issue is the volume right here. Like you've had a double touch to the bottom side right here, right? I mean, this starts to look really triangle-ish and not descending wedge-ish. So there's Lisa's descending channel. I like the descending channel. I do. I'm not going to say I don't. That's a very pretty channel, right? A, B, C, D, E. Yep, yep. That would count out as a descending channel right there too. That would definitely count out as a descending channel. 120 though. A, B, double taps there, so that can't be. Now do you start here? A. No, you can't do that. A. You have to start this down here somewhere. That looks better. That's a better looking channel right there anyways. The larger wedge, though. A, B, C, D. I mean, I can count that out pretty nice. A, B, C. Then this is your E wave up. Kind of count this as a bigger pattern, though. Right? A, B, C. Right? A, B, C, D, E. Falling out. My issue is I just think that the challenge right here, Lisa, is just pure volume. I think people, you know what, you need to get the whales back interested. The whales just need to get interested again in SV. Yeah, that's my challenge over here. I just think you got to get the whales back interested in SV to get this to go up. And honestly, that's, I mean, you know, you've got the two best guys right now in crypto, right? You got Craig and, you know, you got Craig and you got Calvin, and I think they both do a great job supporting this project. I mean, that's, if you're going to be bullish on anything, you know, you're going to be bullish on this team. And that's one of the biggest things is, you know, honestly, the number one thing to be bullish on SV is the team, right? I mean, you've got a very committed team. One, they have big bags. Two, right? Two, they understand blockchain very well, right? Three, they are great marketers, right? They're great marketers. Both of them do a great job marketing. I mean, Craig and Calvin both do a great job marketing. Four, people are looking for that next, you know, they're looking for that next, you know, rocket ride, right? They're looking for that next, that everybody wants to, where is that next, you know, 1000x or 100x or 200x, right? Right? I mean, you know, this is, everybody is looking for this, right? I would say the next thing is that they have mining. They have lots of mining hardware, right? They have lots of mining hardware, which is a positive. And I think the last thing that they have is so I think the only negative thing, they've got a few negative things, right? Like Craig just needs to be more positive in his tweets. I listen, Lisa, I know, you know, he just needs to be more positive in his tweets, you know, and he needs to just let the haters roll off, right? Tell him to stop letting the haters get to him. Just block them and don't respond. Right? I don't like it when he responds. He's just got to stop responding, right? Right? That's just one of his biggest things, right? He's got to stop responding. The next thing is they need to keep shilling the tech, and I mean, they just need to keep shilling the tech, which is a great thing they're doing, right? I think people still don't understand it. First, BTC. So I think that's another one of the things they got to do. They need to get people to understand the difference in the project much more better, much better, much more better, but just better. They need to get people just to understand the project, right? And I think one of the other things is I think they need to release, you know, mining costs and value to mine. I think they need to put this out so that's like, hey, you know, come mine this and you're gonna make a ton. Yeah, he's so anal about haters. I know. I know. Yeah, and I really think that the biggest challenge that we see here in with SV is just that, you know, they've just got to do their Craig is Calvin does an amazing job. Calvin's great. Calvin's really good. Calvin has big bags, but I just see volume here is just really bad. You get these pumps up, and these pumps just are not substantiated by anything. Like this is, I wish I could trade this. I want to short this. They need to throw SV. I mean, they literally need to put SV on they need to get it on some other platforms. You know what I mean? They just need to get it over on some other platforms. So that's it. And like even breaking the top side here, Lisa, I don't see I just don't see him. I see him running into this block in the 80s, right? I see him running into this block up here in the 80s. And as soon as they get into this block in the 80s, it's just they're trapped. I mean, if anything, I just see one more fall and then a big bounce. Right? Hit the 786 and then bounce. Yeah, Marcus. No, listen, I agree. You know, you've got to, right? Any top side run would hit the blue box hard. Okay, yep, LTC, and then I'm done. I'm done. All right, so on the 12-hour, we did finally break and close. So we're being held down by the 30 MA. So we're in a pincher. Got a pinch going on. We are on the bullish side, LTC to BTC. We're on the bullish side. We need to close. BTC needs to close over the 30 MA here, right? So let's get up here. Let's pull this. Where are you? Okay, call out. Okay, we need to close over the 30 MA, right? So first thing is you got to do is you got to beat that 30 MA right there. So that's on there. Let's go check out the daily. Ooh, whoa. Holy shit, that's the 200 MA. Wow. All right, so we are back under the 200 MA. Yeah, Marcus, that's Lisa's brother. Craig is Lisa's brother. Bet you didn't know that. Boy, this looks... Wow. Okay, it's hard not... Listen, I'm telling you, I could be wrong here. This shit looks like a fucking head and shoulders. Right? This just looks like a freaking head and shoulders here. Oh, look at that. That's a beaut, right? Retrace right back to the 5-0. Lisa did get all the nice jeans. I know, trust me. I don't even talk to Craig because I don't want to get into an argument with him. I'm just like, okay. I just read his stuff. I'm like, okay. Either this and this. Oh, let's just take this. Or this is just creating a bearish wedge, and this is going to do this. Yeah, Lisa got the yeah, Lisa got the looks and the she's got the looks and the the good demeanor. Yeah. So maybe a breakout to there, hit that, and then ooh, that'd be a hardcore freaking breakout though. Look at LTC BTC. I don't like this. I'm still going to leave this chart. Still looks bearish to me. This bear cross is still bearish to me. All right. ETH. Okay, I'm not going to do ETH. I've done enough. I have done enough, peoples. I have done enough tonight. I would like to say thank you to everybody. Really, 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 really appreciate it. Appreciate everybody being here. The lovely Lisa in the house. Always amazing to have her here. I just want to say that, yeah, I'm just putting along here. I see we're just kind of putting along, right? I just want you to be very, 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 very careful, right? Very, 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 very careful. Oh my God, my computer's so slow. Ah! I'm going to put this back, and I'm going to leave up my rocket scalper. And there it is. Okay, so listen, everyone. I want to say thank you all. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate everybody being here. See Lisa, Carl, Sparky, Marcus, Donnie, everybody. Always so thank you. Please, 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 if you do get a chance, all ever, come on over here. Hit that share button. 6,400 subscribers. I love it. 6,400 people actually like me. All right, it helps. Listen, every little bit helps. I'm married. You guys can't understand the struggles of marriage. So each person out there that even pretends to be my friend is just one great leap for mankind. And when I specifically say mankind, I mean married mankind. Okay, anything other than mankind is non-existent to me because I have to live my life vicariously through them and the amazing things they get to do, you know, like sleep in, like stare at other chicks, stuff like that I just completely don't get to do. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's a hot chick walking down the street, I just got to do one of those too. Oh, look it over there, honey. You know, point that direction. And yes, you should only be there should be like a license. Every single man out there, we should have to go through like a driver's license, right? We should, in order to get married, because like if you're able to go and drive a car and you have to get a license for that, there should be an equal test in order to get married that we as men should have to take, you know, like test question number 1 that should be on there. Which position and this should be multiple choice, right? Test question number 1, which position should you leave the toilet seat after using the toilet? And this is potty number 1 and or number 2. It should be multiple choice. A, you should leave the toilet seat wherever you feel like it. B, you should leave the toilet seat in the up position. C, you should not get married if you left it in the up position. D, you should definitely put it down if you like your sanity and your marriage, right? And the answer is D, gentlemen. You should always put the seat down no matter what position. And from me to you, that is my one piece of financial advice tonight. To each and every single one of you, I'm going to offer this free piece of financial advice, this professional financial advice. Please, everyone, put the toilet seat down. For me and the Vamp and all of us at Trading Associates, I am out.